viewers. Now also moving on to other important breakings that we're tracking at this point of time, viewers. Now Prime Minister Narendra Modi has met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during the last leg of his US visit. The two leaders re-emphasized the peace talks to end the war with Russia and reviewed India-Ukraine ties at the bilateral meeting that was held on the sidelines of the US summit. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's interaction with Ukrainian President Zelensky has come nearly a month after the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Ukraine. The two leaders have met 3 times in 3 months. As per the Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, during this meeting, Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted the global consensus of different leaders to reach a ceasefire in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and restoration of peace. This, in fact, is going to be very crucial to understand that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has met with the Ukrainian President Zelensky, as even the war between Russia and Ukraine continues to intensify. And at this given point of time, in the time period of 3 months, this is the 3rd meeting, in fact, that's happening, at a world platform. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Arzu. Arzu, this seems like a good time for the ties of India and Ukraine, especially the meetings that are happening between the heads of the state at world platforms. And in this context, in fact, it is also going to be a great deal for India to act as a peacemaker between the Ukraine and Russia conflict.
Well, yes, Simran, and India plays an active role when we talk about, bringing the peace between the two countries. And also, after meeting Prime Minister for the 3rd time in 3 months, Zelensky also put a social media post where he shared the photos of with Prime Minister meet, and he wrote that this is already the 3rd bilateral meeting this year with the Prime Minister of India and Narendra Modi. And we are actively developing our relation and working together to strengthen the cooperation across various fields. The main focus of their conversation was on enhancing, interaction on international platforms, particularly at the UN and G20, and as well as implementing the peace formula and preparing for the 2nd peace summit. This is what he shared, and also he said that we had a substantive discussion on the available opportunities. So India and Ukraine is strengthening their friendship, meeting several times, and we can see the India's active role in bringing the peace in both the countries. And also Prime Minister has always talked about the peace is only the solution. War at this time is not a solution, and this message is given loudly to the countries too. Yes, Simran.
All right, Arzu, thank you for sharing the latest that you're tracking as far as India's ties with the Ukraine is concerned, especially given the fact that this is the 2nd meeting of the state of heads of India and Ukraine in a month. Now, also joining me back on the broadcast is my guest, Colonel J.S. Sodhi. Sir, what do you make of this significant series, in fact, that has come as Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has, in fact, met with the Ukrainian counterpart at this point of time for the 2nd time in a month? And this does, in fact, give out a signal of that there are relations brewing, and this is going to be a good time as India can also act as a peacemaker and also suggest and support for the peaceful resolution.
Well, Simran, while India has always been a harbinger for world peace, and we have always in every international forum advocated that the wars and conflicts should never be there, everything can be resolved and discussed on a negotiating table. The fact remains that there are 3 geopolitical powers in the world: Russia, America, and China. Countries like India, Germany, France, United Kingdom are geopolitical pivots. Any war or conflict in the world can only be stopped by the 3 geopolitical powers, that is Russia, USA, and China. Until and unless Russia, USA do not decide to end the Russia-Ukraine war, no other country can end this war. So the fact remains that the onus is back on Russia and America to end this war. And like I said before, because out of the 10 biggest arms manufacturing industries, 6 are located in USA, and the American economy is a war-driven economy. So America is in no hurry to end this war because it is minting money while people are dying and Ukraine is being destroyed. So until and unless America decides it is high time to end this war will not end. However, the other countries should continue to make efforts for world peace, because the louder we speak about it, I think some sense will prevail in America and Russia to end this war.
All right, Colonel J.S. Sodhi, thank you for speaking to NewsX and giving us your time on the broadcast. That was, in fact, all the news of the nation and the world. Viewers will continue to track all the stories very closely. Till then, stay with us.